Hello CDA1, this is your Module 3 explanation. We are done looking at what exactly is a CDA and how do you get a CDA, that this is just the educational component of many steps that you have to take to get the national credential. We're going to be looking at observation and play, and so this is going to be going over the SLO about developing observational skills. So there's lecture material to watch, a discussion, and a field experience assignment. So with the lecture material, part of it looks at observation and part of it looks at play. There are a couple of articles to read. This one from NAEYC about, there we go, The Key to Understanding Your Child by Jared Green. And then this one is by the Penn Extension Center about why observing children, why it's important. Then there's a couple of videos. These come from California. I think it's the first 5 years. It's a California organization, and this looks at. We spend so much time testing kids, and if you remember sitting and taking a test or someone pulling you and asking a series of questions, that layers on anxiety. It's an unnatural setting where if you really want to see what a child can do or can't do, in a natural setting using our eyes and checklists or observational notes that this will go over, we can get a better, more accurate picture of children. And so these two go over observation. And then this is a lecture that I did over play, looking at part and social levels of play, types of play, and why it's necessary and why it's the vehicle for learning for early childhood education. Then there's going to be a discussion. You're going to watch this video, and then everywhere we look, there are worksheets. And my child went to a child care center, and I looked for centers that didn't have worksheets, and I just couldn't find one. But is that how children learn? Does anybody remember doing a worksheet in high school, elementary school, and remember what was on those worksheets? I remember time tests. However, you do remember the experiences, the science activities, things along those lines. And so I want you to do a little bit of research over the importance of play and the benefits of play, and then your thoughts about observation. And then I want you to describe a scenario of a child playing and what information you learned about that child. So it could be a story you remember from your children growing up. It could be a story of your nieces. It could be your own. It could be your current, your child if they are 3 to 5. And then what functional areas. So you're looking at cognitive, physical, creative, and communication are the 4 functional areas that will be found in either your yellow or your green book. Remember to post on 2 different days. Then you have field experience 1. Now, due to us not currently being with a lot of children, whether you're with a district that hasn't gone back face-to-face yet, or you don't work for a child care center and therefore you're not in there, you are may not have access. So you can observe with your own child, with the children that you are currently teaching. If you don't have access to a child up through the age of 5, these are toddler videos. And you can watch the little one in blue. He's in all these videos. And you can do your checklist assignments on them. So you're going to go to the white baby book, and you're going to find checklists. So there's like gross motor checklist on page 106. And you're going to do a checklist for them. Then you're going to go to the next chapter, and you're going to do one on cognitive development. Then you're going to go to the communication one, and you're going to do one on that. There's not one for creative arts. And so that's why you're going to be doing the 3. Then you're going to write a paragraph about what you've learned. And then, based off the information you get from those checklists, what's an activity you could do to help a child? So, for example, if you find out the child doesn't have a lot of balance, what could you put outside to practice balance? Is there a game that you could play during music and movement time that would do that? Is there something you could put out in the pretend center? What could you do if you realize your child needs to work on balance that would help them learn balance? And so that's going to be your week 3 explanation, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the discussion board.